And what is up, all you fantastic, beautiful people? My name's Blade, and today we're talking about, as you can probably already tell by the title of this video, we're talking about the things that allow me to run multiple different companies and run them successfully. Because I want to use this video as kind of a learning lesson for you guys based upon, I'm not gonna lie, I made a lot of mistakes, guys. So I do have a couple of things that I want to share upon you guys so that hopefully you guys won't have to go through the same mistakes that I do while running multiple different companies so that you guys can have the best chances of being successful in your businesses and in general, just overall in your life, you know? So let's get this party started. Here we go. All right. So, by the way, like I said, my name is Blade. I'm running a couple of different companies. The first being a crypto company called Valify. And pretty much what it does is it's an investment service portfolio down, whereas investors put their money in. We use that money to put into investments and develop other services that provide revenue for the treasury, and that treasury puts that revenue back into the investors' hands so they can make up to the 3 times their money. Next company that we have in a matter of 300 days. Next company that we have is my software company. My software company is called Funnel Hacker Lab. And I don't know why I'm looking so Italian, moving my hands like this so much. I'm crazy. But my software company, pretty much what it does is it does 2 primary things. It allows you to launch your next funnel and click funnel and go high level very, very easily by providing you all the funnel page designs done for you within 24 hours by utilization of a funnel library over our own design and demand staff. In addition to that, we also have this little pixel. Okay. Now, this is just some beta testing right now, but we put this little pixel into your website and it shows you exactly what you need to optimize to increase your conversions. All right. Next thing we got is a little marketing agency, a little consulting marketing agency as well, and pretty much that just takes some time off of me. Whereas people schedule an appointment, I help them implement systems into the business to grow it. I help consult them. I help teach them how to run ads, things like that. That's kind of like a little side hustle for me. And another business I have is a contracting business, contracting slash like handyman business. Whereas I have a group of subcontractors, we have plumbers, electricians, architects, we have just regular handyman that are coming straight out of college, or in college, or in high school that just need labor intensive work, handyman work. And pretty much what I do is I middleman that. I have a community and I just put my group workers, my home heroes, and I just link them up with my community that needs work done at their house, and we always got work. So based upon that, and I also have a big, vast investment portfolio where I'm putting money into just different things. So if you guys want me to put like an entire rundown of everything I got going on, comment down below. I'll be more than happy to share that with you guys. I love talking. All right, but realistically, let's get to the point of this mother F video, boys. All right, boys and gals. So, a couple of things that I really truly learned while running my businesses. Okay, I'm gonna take a fat sip of this. Okay, so let's start. So first things first. First thing before you even run any business, what I've truly learned is that before you even start a business, it'll become a lot more successful before you start the business if you start a brand. Now, what do I mean by a brand, Blade? What I mean by a brand is I'm talking about some sort of social media presence, whereas people, when they land on your Instagram, your Facebook, your YouTube, they know what you do already. So for example, my YouTube channel, I'm kind of building this brand up, whereas I don't have that many subscribers. I have around 1,000 subscribers at this moment. Okay. But the thing is about these 1,000 subscribers is that each one of these guys are know exactly what I do. They're very high quality. They probably have bought something of mine, and they trust me because they watch my videos. They understand that I know what I'm talking about because I probably made the money in the past, which is why they still watch my videos, and they're willing to pay money for other things. So, kind of run this down. One People ask me, "Yo, Blade, I want to start a business. I want to start making money. I want to start wheeling and dealing them checks. I want to start making some checks. I want to start making some cheddar. Like, what should I do? Get a job? No. I'm sorry. Go to college? No. No, what I'm saying is, and that's entirely other conversation, all right? But what I'm saying is that the first thing I would probably recommend to them is first, obviously, educate them, but educate themselves. But everybody says that. So I don't want to be like everybody. But I'll probably first say them, besides self-improvement, self-education, will most definitely be starting a brand. And regardless of whatever you like, You know, it doesn't really matter what you like. I'm saying start something. It could be about fitness. It could be about marketing. It could be about crypto. It could be about fashion. It could be about shoes. It could be about, even though I'm wearing those slippers right now, bam. But it could be about anything. But what I'm trying to say is start getting known for a certain thing. So like for one, I know that I'm pretty known for my passive income investments. I know I'm known for my Facebook ads, my marketing, and I know I'm known for just creating some amazing systems that allow businesses to scale really to the effing roof. Okay, out of here, out of this moon. So I know that I was able to kind of put the fundamentals in place to develop that brand. And I'm not saying that my Instagram is the best Instagram in the world. You should model it off of. Matter of fact, I don't honestly, my personal Instagram, Blaine Never Fades, follow me down below. All right. Honestly, it doesn't have that many followers. Okay. And a lot of that brand, a lot of that Instagram is mostly me just doing things I like to do, showing off my lifestyle. But my main brand, where I show off my marketing, my systems, everything, is my YouTube. That's my bread and butter. You know, like when I'm running ads for a business, my Facebook ads are my bread and butter. You know, that's what I like doing. Whereas my YouTube channel is my bread and butter. You know, my software company does have its own Instagram. My crypto company does have its own Instagram and Twitter. You know, but all those things really built its own brand. And kind of to run it back up from like when I first started out my crypto company, when I first started out, well, our crypto companies, me and four other guys, well, it wasn't initially like that, but when we first started our crypto company, when we first started out our software company, when I first started out my crypto company, what I need to do first to start getting this business, start generating revenues, we needed to build these brands, you know, for my software company. We need to build a YouTube channel. We need to build an Instagram where people can hop on the YouTube channel. They actually understand what my software does. My crypto company. Now, I was very blessed that we were able to build this crypto brand up really quick, Valify up really quick. But the way we did it was first by building a brand. Now, one of our main gimmicks, I don't want to call it a gimmick, that's a bad word to say. Cancel that, 86 that. But one of our main things with regarding our crypto brand, one of our main marketing aspects, one of our key points is that we build trust and transparency, mainly because we were able to piggy bank off of this other crypto project that completely rug pulled called Ring. I'm sure you saw it on like one of their videos, maybe you invested into it, but we were able to piggy bank off of Ring's scam rug pull. We're able to piggyback off of that and develop a brand that solely relies off of trust and transparency and a tight knit community that just we're constantly talking to our community. We're showing who we are. You know, we're constantly asking questions. We're constantly engaging. But we're able to develop a brand, able to put the fundamentals in place, develop this brand that invokes trust and transparency in our crypto DeFi DAS protocol. You know, and that really helped us skyrocket our business to the next level because people already trusted us. Kind of going about what I'm saying here is that when you're building this brand, when you're building a community, when you're building a YouTube, Facebook group, whatever the F it is, even for like my contracting company, I had to build a Facebook group, right? A Facebook group with that has most of my community in it. And I was able to build trust in there by pulling on my phone, you know, painting a deck. While my boys are painting a deck, I'll be there. I'll be like, hey, this is the process of painting this deck. You know, I'll educate people. You know, and that kind of the same concept goes around with my software company, with my contracting company, with my crypto company as well too. You know, by building this brand, to build this brand, you need to provide value. And I'm putting my phone up here because I'm showing you that I literally make these videos with my iPhone. So actually this chick asked me, you know, it was like, Blade, I wanna start making money through YouTube. I see that you're making these YouTube. Do you have any suggestions for me? How do I start? I wanna start making vlogs based upon my college life, and I want to start doing that. And she was like, Blade, what do I do? Do I invest in a new camera, a new mic, blah blah blah, new laptop, XYZ? And I was like, shit no. What I recommend is make your first 100 videos first. Then start buying equipment. You need 50 videos first. What I'm trying to say is get started first. You don't need to have the most expensive shit. You know, as you can see, look at my setup, boys and gals. I got a tarp back here. That's it. Behind here is a window. That's really it. It's just a plain Jane, simple, straight to the point thing. You know, it shouldn't be overcomplicated because the value that you provide in this brand, in this community, should be a way more and It's not about your fancy gimmicks, your fancy mic, your fancy setup, your fancy editing. What should really entice people to like watch your content is the value that you can provide to them. So what I'm saying is, if you're gonna start out this brand, start from the very beginning, or whatever you're gonna start, you're gonna start this brand, you're gonna start making content, you're gonna start whatever you're doing. Don't be worried too much about making it perfect. You know, my videos are far from perfect. My first, if you look at my, I've been looking at my, a couple days ago, I was looking at filming my first couple videos, not on this channel, but my other channel, my workout channel. And I was looking, I was like, damn, that was really me. I was awkward AF. I was weird as shit. What I'm trying to say is that throughout time, throughout building this brand, doing it multiple times, you get more comfortable, you get more confident in being able to display this information. And then as you evolve, as you kind of mature, you learn more stuff, you pick it up, and you're able to share a lot more value to the people in a better way. Okay. Wow, I know that was a long one, but that's the first one, is building the brand before you really do anything, guys. Now, the second one. The second one is gonna be very important too. Second one is staying freaking organized, guys. Staying organized. And I tell this when I talk to everybody I consult. You know, first one, build a brand. Second one, build a brand fundamentals. Second one is staying organized. You know, and really prioritizing your time. Matter of fact, I actually made a video regarding like prioritizing your time. You can watch that out. Just go to my YouTube channel, search up like prioritizing your time. It's actually a great video, because realistically, we only have a certain time throughout the day. We only have a set amount of defined hours in the day that you can make shit happen. And realistically, 24 hours in a day. Realistically, we sleep through 10 of them. Realistically, we have 14 hours of the day. So another 4 hours, you probably do other shit. We have like 10, maybe even, honestly, if you really run the numbers, you really get down to the nitty gritty detail, you probably eat food, you probably take a couple shits. You got like 8 hours a day to really grind. And I mean, like, how do they really grind? You have 8 hours a day, maybe 9 hours a day. Knowing that, and knowing that your time in this life is limited, you need to really make sure that the time that you're actually working is well spent and not wasted. Let me give you an example. And I've used this example plenty of times. Whereas I was consulting this real estate company. Okay, now this is a while ago. And this is when I was actually towards the end of my college career, right before I was about to drop out. I came to this real estate agent and met this person where I was going to consult and as to help them implement systems to help them grow exponentially. And pretty much that was my go high level system. Okay. That, and I mean, if I see something, I'm pointing out. So I was supposed to get there at around 12. I got there at like 11:30 because I wanted to like meet the people that were actually in this office. And as soon as I got there, I realized that this dude was the realtor, the person I was going to meet, the actual dude that wanted to scale his business. He's making maybe 100, maybe 200 G's a year. He wanted to at least reach $500,000. He told me that. And as soon as he got there, I saw him outside. He was mowing his lawn. I was like, bro, what the F are you doing? Do you realize that mowing your lawn is a $24 an hour job? Whereas what you told me, you want to become a millionaire, at least $500,000. A millionaire gets paid $500 an hour. You want to be making at least $250 an hour. So if you think about it, why the F are you doing a job that pays maybe $25 an hour when you can just when you can just have somebody else do it for you, you know? And it's really prioritizing your day. So you need to make sure that throughout the day that you're only doing things that make you the most amount of money. Okay. Like things like this, me making these videos. I prioritize and make sure that I make these the first things of my day, because in the very beginning of the day, I have the most energy. I have the most mind capability to make smart decisions and sound smart. So I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to make that in the very beginning of the day. Whereas kind of towards the end of the day, I'm a little, I don't want to say slower, but I've worked so much throughout the day. I'm always thinking, I'm always making decisions that towards the end of the day, I kind of run out of smarticles. That's a terrible way of saying it. I run out of energy, like brain processing power, and it's not like a defined, you only can make 20 decisions a day, but you're going to realize that throughout the day, as you're making these decisions, and especially running multiple different companies, you're going to have to make a lot of effing decisions. And a lot of these decisions are going to be substantial decisions, whereas your company's life is on the line a lot of the times, And you need to make these decisions with the clearest mind, and you need to really think about them, be smart about these decisions that you're making. So you need to make sure that you prioritize your day so that the most important decisions, the most important things that you need to do throughout the day are done like first. I'm not trying to say get them over with. What I'm trying to say is prioritize the most important things to when you have the most energy in the day. Okay. And for some of you, that might be right after you work out. Okay. I don't know. But for me, I realize that it's in the morning, kind of like as soon as I wake up, I have a little breakfast, maybe get a little juice in me, you know? That's when I make my hardest decisions. That's when I do the hardest work, the work that makes me the most amount of money, the work that I prioritize pretty much just do first because, like I said, those are the hardest things, the most requires the most brain power to do. Okay, so you only have a set allocated time throughout the day. You only have a certain amount of time throughout the day. You only can make a certain. You only have a certain amount of energy throughout the day as well. So really prioritize your day so that you're making the most amount of money in the very beginning. You're using the most amount of energy, the time. Excuse me. What I'm trying to say is that set up your day, prioritize your day so that you are doing the priorities in the very beginning when you have the most energy. Prioritize your day so that you're doing the work that makes you the most amount of money first. Okay. So you're doing the priorities first, money stuff that makes the most amount of money first, and everything else that honestly is like crossword puzzles, making designs, other thing for me, making designs, making thumbnails, editing videos, things like that. Hire that shit out. And kind of one up that a little bonus tip on that as well too is to when you're hiring stuff out, hire the best. Always hire the best. You're never really going to succeed. You're never really going to scale if you're hiring people that are just as good as you. You're truly going to start seeing some success. You're truly going to start seeing some scalability when you understand that you need to hire people that are smarter than you. I'm not trying to say that you're stupid. I'm not trying to say anything like that. You're actually a lot smarter by hiring people that are smarter than you. It's not that they're smarter than you. It's just that in certain subjects, they have more knowledge and more experience than you. So that's what you need to hire them for. And I learned that in a very, very young age when I was originally doing all the handyman services for myself. Okay. I was initially, I don't know, I was doing handyman stuff. I was painting, I was tearing down drywall, I was landscaping, blowing leaves. And I soon realized that I could be making a lot more money when I hire people that get it done right the first time. And I specifically remember when I realized this when we're doing this drywall job, and I hired two people to be able to help me on this job, and pretty much we're just doing the drywall to this entire freaking house, and I realized that it's not as easy, as not as simple, as straightforward as some people might think. I mean, I know how to do it. I know I've been doing it for a while. Kind of grew up on that. But some people might not be the as easiest things ever. So let me give you this example. Let me show you what I'm talking about from the story. Whereas there's one day I hired a couple people. I hired two people. One person he's very cheap. He was around $10 an hour, and the second person I was doing drywall, who's actually meant for that. I was paying him $25 to $30 an hour for that. Which might not seem a lot, but in retrospect, hires people. This guy, the one guy that I was paying like $10 to $15 an hour, I mean, it took him an entire day to do like one room. And that one room, the third $25 to $30 an hour guy, the actual specialist, gyro specialist, he had to come back to that room the very next day and redo that room. What I'm trying to say is that by hiring that specialist, he was able to do the entire house in like a day. That being said, it was like a one-story house, but by hiring people that are better than me, by hiring pretty much the best, it saved me a lot of time, saved me a lot of stress because it just got done right the first time. Let me give you another example. That's a kind of like a low hanging fruit example, I don't want to say low hanging fruit, but like a little less money. But what I'm trying to say, let me give you another example. Crypto company, Valify. Valify, we do a lot of marketing. And sometimes for smaller products, we might be just doing a couple of influencers to promote it or a couple of giveaways. But now that we're releasing this massive new DEX called Fusion Swap, we just want the best. So right now, what we're doing is we're working on interviewing only the best marketing agencies around. So we're interviewing them all. We think we got our eyesight on a couple of them that we really do like, and they're worth a lot of money. Like not playing around, like 5 figures, 6 figures, marketing agencies, 6 figure campaigns to be able to push out Fusion Swap. But the reason why we're hiring the best, the reason why we're spending a whole lot of money in these marketing campaigns is because we know that by spending the money on this, by kind of not subbing it out, by really just choosing the best, it's going to give us the best chances of succeeding. And like I said, I really learned that at a young age that you need to just screw it. Don't worry about the money. Just hire the best. It's your business. Don't you want your business to have the best chances of succeeding? Be honest with you, you know? Okay. So, first we talked about what do we talk about? All right, what do we talk about? So we talked about staying organized, prioritizing your day, talked about hiring the best. In the very beginning of this video, we were talking about a couple of things. We were talking about. So now I want to talk about one last key piece of information, that I really do believe that will make the biggest difference. And I believe that this is one of the biggest ones that you guys should know. And now this doesn't only come down to just business. This comes down to lifestyle, relationships, everything. Being a freaking alpha is really what it comes down to, And that's stoicism. I think I said that right. F that. It's just about being confident and emotionless when you're making decisions. So let me give you a classic example. Actually, let me give you a fun classic example about me hanging out with friends and some chicks. Okay. I feel like that's the best way to kind of run it down, All right. So let's talk about that. So let me give you this example. I'm the type of guy that likes to hang out with some beautiful women. All right. When I'm on my off time, honestly, I don't like being with dudes. I like being with dudes, hanging out with them, but I'd rather be with women because something about women, beautiful women, just make your day better. I feel like you homies over there, you can understand. What I'm trying to say is that let's say you're hanging out with a group, okay? Hang out with my boys and some girls, right? Some hot girls. What you're gonna find is that what I find is that the leader, the guy that kind of makes the decisions, the guy that kind of if something happens, there's always some sort of drama that's gonna happen when we hang out with the friend group. There's always something that's gonna go on. There's always some sort of drama. There's always some problem that might happen. And I'll talk about this related to business later, but let me just talk about my fun example first. But there's always something that's gonna happen. Okay, when you hang out with a group, regardless if it's drama from inside of your group or if you're going out, you guys are partying, you're going to a club, I don't know, whatever, hanging out, and another group comes up and starting problems or it's drama. It's always something that goes on. And what you typically will find real freaking quick is that the dude that gets the most attention from all the girls is the dude that's able to make the decisions on behalf of the group without emotion and with confidence. So let's say you hang out with a group, 5 guys, 5 girls, whatever, numbers even like that. All right, but let's say you're hanging out with this group and another group, you're at a club, another group comes up to you and starts talking shit or starts, I don't know, wants to like drunk, you might want to start something. Me, I'm that type of dude I don't like disrespect, all right? And if I'm the type of dude that kind of like calms down the situation, obviously showing that them saying something or whatever's going on doesn't affect me. I'm cool, calm, collected, show my confidence, that natural playboy instinct. All right. But if I'm able to show that I'm a leader, I'm able to show to my group that this is what we're going to do under this situation without emotion and with exact certainty of knowing what I need to do, even though sometimes it could be fucking wrong. With confidence, I'm able to show that you're really going to start to see that the girls are going to look at you as being that leader. And you're gonna find out that chicks, they always go, if they're in a group, they're always gonna go after not necessarily the hottest person in the group. Oh yeah, but mainly the leader, the best out of the group. And the best out of the group is not always necessarily the most handsome person. Don't get me wrong. Like, look at me. God damn, you're beautiful. What I'm trying to say is that the chicks are gonna go after the alpha of the group, all right? The leader of the group, the confident man of the group, the best out of the group is how it's gonna go. And you're gonna find if you're cool, calm, collected throughout these stressful situations, throughout this drama that might appear, chicks are gonna kind of flock to you instead. So to kind of run it back to some other businesses, that's kind of an example, an everyday example. We run it back to a business example. Okay. Bang, please sponsor me. We run it back to a business example. Whereas every single day, and I was talking about this before, you're making constant decisions to regarding your business every single day. And a lot of these decisions, it's quite literally your business is survival, is riding on the edge of this decision that you're going to make. So you got to make sure that you're making the best freaking decision for your company. And if you're, and when you're making these decisions, if you make these decisions out of emotion, and I've done it before, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I found that if you're making decisions under emotions, those usually aren't going to be the right decisions to make. So let's say you're negotiating a deal, right? Whatever. Excuse me. Let's say you're negotiating this deal regarding, I don't know, maybe media buying for a company, okay? Whereas company comes up to you, a bank comes up to you, a hint, call it, bang. All right, so let's say bank comes up to you and they want to hire you, your company for media buying, okay? Let's say you're negotiating over some food or whatever. Let's say you're negotiating wherever you're negotiating, and let's say that they're calling you out there. They don't think that you're the best fit or something like that, okay? And they're like, prove it. I want you to give me a month half off. I want to give you a month free, is what bank said to me. And I'm gonna be like, and what I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't take that as offensive. All right. You shouldn't take that with emotion, because your next response, like if you're making the next response as a defensive, like you don't know me, you don't know what I could do, I'm the best, or this is blah, 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 defending yourself, that doesn't really come off as confident. And then if I was bang, I wouldn't really use somebody that is defensive about the product, because obviously they're unconfident about the product or service, whatever it is, doesn't really matter, it's relative. But if instead you're like confident about it, and you're gonna be like, either you agree with the decision, or you're like, listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you the first month for free, but when we double your sales, I want the second month twice, or how would I say that? I want the second month doubled. That comes off a lot more confident than something else. And what they're probably be like, oh, but you're gonna double it. But what if you do double it and we do have to pay you double? Well, then pay me what I'm worth in the first time, for the first month, But what I'm trying to say is that you might not be able to come up with a quick response for that, or immediately, or you might want to initially get butthurt by someone calling you out, or you might want to get emotional over something. What I'm trying to say is the best response to that is not getting defensive, is not showing emotion, is not showing anything, Don't let other people waste your emotions. Best response to that is to take a second. Think about what you're going to say. And then say it. Because most people think that most people are too worried about having this time where people don't talk. They think it's awkward. They think that they need to separate that space of not saying anything by like an or by just saying something real quick, but blurring something out. But realistically, you're a lot more confident when you take your time. You see what I'm doing right now? I don't know exactly what I'm going to say next, but I'm taking my time with what I'm saying so that I can make my words clear and effective. Let me give you an example with a chick, for example. Everybody knows that a girl is going to shit test you. Everybody's gotten the shit test from a chick. Everybody has gotten a shit test from a chick. And if you haven't talked to enough women. You're always going to get a shit test from a chick. Common one is they ask how old you are. Oh, you're too young for me. You're too short for me. All right. My most common thing is not to get defensive. So I'm calling right now. Not my most common response is not to get defensive, because then you lose. You let them win. My most common response is to be like, if they say, "Hey, you're too young," I'm like, "Yeah, my mom's still patching my motherfucking Lunchables." You know, make some sort of joke out of it. You know, it makes them laugh, makes me laugh, and you kind of get over that little hurdle, and you're like, "Oh, this guy's kind of cool. It's kind of funny," you know. Or another example, you know, everybody's been through a breakup. I've been through plenty of breakups. Breakups with chicks takes a lot of emotion out of you. And they say that there's this thing where after you break up, it's like the 5 things of depression or something like that. Like where you get mad first, you get sad, then you gotta get, I don't know, there's 3 other things. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't really care about too much what it is. Because I know that one of the best ways to handle rejection, to handle a girl breaking up with you, to handle any of those things is to completely 100% not be emotional. So some chick texts you, "El Blade, I want to break up. I don't think this is gonna work." You know, I'm gonna be like, "Okay, that's it. That's it. Don't respond at all." Okay, because then the girls are like, "Wow, he really didn't care. Maybe this is more of an alpha than I thought I was talking to." You know, and then it's another get in their heads and sing in their head and rethink things. It's a fuck with them. Okay, that's what I would do. Okay, it just comes down to really just not being emotionless. Obviously, you gotta have emotions, but just being confident in yourself that rejections mean nothing to you. And that goes to personal life, that goes to business life, that goes to everything. Okay, trust me, it goes to everything. All right. So, guys, I don't want to make this video too long, but I hope this video helped, guys. I have to go work on a couple of things. I gotta get back to work. You know me, always hustling, doing my thing. You know me. But guys, I'm gonna talk to you guys later. If you like this type of video, let me know. If you have any more questions, I'm always happy to help you guys out. Comment down below. I'm gonna answer every single mother ever one of those. Peace out, guys. And this has been how to handle multiple businesses successfully. Peace out.